Hello friends, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365, and today I'm going to review the 4K Blu Ray Steelbook edition of Last Action Hero. If you're new to the channel, please hit the like button, subscribe, hit that bell notification. You can also find me over Twitter, Instagram, and Letterboxd at Movie Guy 365. Okay, Last Action Hero is on 4K Ultra HD Blu-ray, released by Sony Pictures. As of the initial release, it is only available as a Steelbook edition, available at all your local retailers and online, but there is a slipcover edition which will be coming out in about a month as of this recording. Now, as far as the movie itself, I always felt Last Action Hero was a very underrated film in and of itself, but also very underrated as far as Arnold Schwarzenegger's library. We're all used to him in the action movies of the 80s and the 90s, and this one really has a lot to do with that satire of those particular films, and to a degree, Arnold Schwarzenegger in very similar action heroes like himself. I like this movie. It has a lot of cleverness to it. There's a lot of in-jokes, and it's a fun, like, it serves on its own as a good comedy, but there's extra layers to it with the action elements and once again the satire. It's honestly, check this one out. It is really, I feel, very underappreciated. Definitely check this one out. Okay, we're going to talk about the picture quality and audio in just a moment, but first let's do a quick unboxing. Okay, we have the 4K Steelbook edition of Last Action Hero. I like the look of this Steelbook. It has a nice shine to it. It's got some, really cool artwork. And I think I highly recommend you get this one between this and the yet to be released slipcover. And then we have the back around the spine. And then interior. I like that. I like that artwork. It's pretty cool. So yeah. All right. Now let's talk about the picture quality and the audio. Last Action Hero on 4K Blu-ray has a 239:1 aspect ratio, native 4K resolution with HDR10 for the grading. Since this movie was of course shot on film, there's going to be a nice layer of grain. I did not find it very obtrusive. It's not very heavy or anything like that. It actually looks really good. It retains the movie's film-like appearance very nicely. It doesn't look like any DNR was applied. Overall, in that regard, Last Action Hero really stands on top. As for the HDR grading, it elevates the film very nicely. It complements the already cool-looking color palette of the film. The opening shot with the police cars, those red and blue lights look really good and they pop off the screen. I would say Jack Slater's red shirt also has a nice vibrancy to it. The overall landscape of Los Angeles stands out particularly well. The women in the Blockbuster video, their clothing really has a nice pop to it. In other layers, color looks fantastic here. It has a nice vibrancy to it. It doesn't look too cartoony or out of place, and HDR does a great job there. Black levels also look especially nice here on this 4K. There are several scenes that make great use of shadow detail when Danny's talking to Whitney in her house, and when Nick and Danny and Jack are in the theater at the back half of the film. They're appropriately shadowed, they look good, there's no elevation whatsoever, and there's plenty of instances where the scenes themselves have a nice inkiness to them. Black levels really look good here. Detail also gets a very nice increase. Textures of clothing and skin look really good. Look at the scene with the Ripper in the climax of the film when the rain is just coming off his face. There's a nice layer there that looks really good in 4K. And honestly, there's a lot of moments throughout the film that reflect this. Textures and details come across very well. Last Action Hero on 4K Blu-ray supports a new Dolby Atmos presentation. This is a really good audio mix. Your entire surround sound environment is going to be very alive. Despite the satirical elements of the film, there's plenty of action to make great use of those surround sound environments. The opening moments on screen, there's a lot of machine gun fire. It instantly hits your mid-level and rear speakers very well, and other action scenes are also benefit nicely. This is a great full energy-filled kind of track, and honestly, it sounds really good. Center channel with dialogue comes through clean and clear. In the front channels, they handle a lot of the action on screen and they do a wonderful job. The mid-level and rear speakers, there's a lot of exaggerated sound effects that comes through those speakers, and it has a good energy to it, and at really no given time are they really kind of sitting there silent. They seem to be active pretty much throughout the whole film. The high speakers are also used quite frequently, but mostly they complement what's happening in the other mid-level and rear speakers. There isn't a whole lot of discrete channel activity, but they're very nice to listen to. And the LFE channel is good. I would say it's borderline aggressive, but not too much so. I think it's appropriate for the kind of movie it is. It doesn't go too far. I think it strikes a really nice balance. For the picture quality, I'm going to give Last Action Hero on 4K Blu-ray a solid A. This is a very impressive upgrade over the standard Blu-ray. The HDR makes those colors pop off the screen. The black levels are perfect, and textures get a nice bump up in resolution. This is a fantastic looking picture, and if you like the movie, you are absolutely going to be impressed. For the audio presentation, I'm going to give this one an A as well. Equally impressive to the picture, the audio brings a lot to the table. There's a great surround sound feel to it. All the speakers are utilized very well, and honestly, it sounds fantastic. This is a great improvement over the Blu-ray track, and you definitely should be in for a treat. So that is my review of Last Action Hero on 4K Blu-ray. If you're interested in picking this up for yourself, I will go ahead and leave an Amazon link in the comments section. Please use it. It really helps out the channel. But I also want to hear from you. If you have Last Action Hero on 4K, what did you think of the disc? In the meantime, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. So until next time, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365. I will see you at the movies.